Hello, my name is Joseph Kwan. Thank you so much for watching this video. Because I don't have that many subscribers or that many views, I know if you're watching this, you've probably been doing some research, and I hope that this video that you come across is interesting and that you find it enjoyable or helpful. Or if you click on something else, that's totally fine. But then I hope that you find that one video that you think you're like, ooh, I'm gonna like that video because it's a cool video. We all need that one video. When you find that video, it's just, oof, you wanna hold on to it, and it is amazing. Like the video says, I am just gonna be showing you off what I eat in an entire week. A few quick things about me. I am 5'7", around 182 pounds. I've been dieting for the past 5 weeks, so that's why the calories that I eat in a day you'll see are a little bit low. And I've also been lifting weight for the purpose of getting stronger and getting more muscle for the past 5 years or so. I hope you enjoy this video. I hope it is either insightful or maybe gives you some tips on what you can do. And yeah, I'm not good with words, but I just hope you like it. A quick note, I commend anyone who makes these videos because I thought it'd be so easy because there's so many of them out there. It's not easy. I hope this angle's okay. I also hope my camera doesn't fall off because right now it's hanging on my chair. I also hope that you can hear me because I know this camera doesn't have the best audio, so I'm gonna try and shout a little bit if I can. Here is the food that I eat in the week, minus these 2 giant bags of protein. If you were to film just this one spot for what's 7 days times 24 hours, 168. If you were to film just this one section of my room for 168 hours straight, eventually all this would be gone. I've separated into my proteins, my carbs, and I don't really have a specific fat, and we'll get into that a little bit though. Let's start with my protein. Eggs. Here is one egg looks like, if you didn't know. I generally eat around 8 eggs a day, 4 whole eggs and 4 egg whites. So that means I go through 56 eggs in a week. Yeah, 56 eggs in a week. Each egg, and I wrote these down just so that I thought I would tell y'all the macros of each one individually. Each whole egg has 6 grams of protein, 4 grams of carbs, and 5 grams of fat. And each egg white has 4 grams of protein, 1 carb, and 0 fat. And another random thing too is that I just plug all of these into MyFitnessPal and I use the numbers that they give me. So if it's a little off based on brand to brand, there's nothing I can really do about that. But yeah, I love eggs so much. You already know this. They have so much good protein. The fats are pretty good too, and they're super fast and they're super easy as well. Next up, we have cans of tuna. Cans of tuna are fantastic because I am out of the house from 5:15 a.m. till around 6 or 7 p.m. every single weekday. So to be able to have cans of tuna is really nice. I can pack up my lunch super quickly, and I know people tell me, why don't you just do it at night so then you have for the morning? Those people are right, but I also don't want to listen to them because I'm lazy and I'm always tired by the time I get back home. Each can of tuna has 33 grams of protein, 0 carbs, and 2 grams of fat. Here you can see I have chicken of the sea, premium tuna in water. I love these. Honestly, any canned meat or canned protein I will eat because they're not that expensive. They fill you up, and paired with rice, it's a fantastic meal. Next up, we have chicken breast. This is a newer addition, not gonna lie. I was just going off of canned chicken that we had around the house and what I could find, but I was really blessed to be able to go to the supermarket and see that they had this special deal on something. I think it was $1.99 or something. It was pretty cheap per pound. If anyone knows me, you know I don't really spend a lot on anything except for food. So this is treasure. Look. Oh, treasure. Here's what it looks like too. Yeah, I have around 8 ounces with every meal, and per 8 ounces there are 46 grams of protein, 0 grams of carbs, and 5 grams of fat. So it is delicious and nutritious and tasty. It's super easy to make. I literally just put garlic, salt, and pepper on it. Shout out to mom, thank you for teaching me how to make that. And it tastes so good and it's so easy, and you just keep it in this tub and it's fantastic. The final one is the protein powders. There's 2 that I use. There's Optimum Nutrition Performance Whey Isolate. Then we also have in this big bag, My Protein Impact Protein Blend. This, honestly, I am so blessed, so grateful, and so thankful for. Both of these I got as gifts, and these are what make it possible for me to fairly easily hit my protein requirements for the day. Each scoop of this protein has 30 grams of protein, 3 grams of carbs, and 1 gram of fat. Then for this big bag over here, this is a little bit less because it's not an isolate, it's just a blend. Each scoop of this has 20 grams of protein, 2 grams of carbs, and 2 grams of fat. That about does it for my protein. Now into the carbs. Rice. Can't see it, that's what rice, just white rice. I don't know why, but I really like rice. So this is pretty much my only carb source. You can't eat oats, you can eat bread, you can eat basically anything that isn't like super unhealthy. But for me, I just love rice. So I can eat it with every meal, and I do eat it with every meal. The servings I use are in cups of cooked rice. Each cup of rice has 48 grams of carbs, 4 grams of protein, and 0 grams of fat. So it's just a great quick carb source, and it's super cheap, and it's super easy to make too. I am no culinary expert. I am terrible with anything having to do with the kitchen, and this is super easy. It's very difficult to mess this up. Next are apples. I freaking love apples. Being able to eat one every day is so great because it kind of curbs your sweet tooth, and it's fantastic. I love apples. I think you should get any kinds of apples that you like. I try to go for the cheapest ones that I also like, and those are Fuji. Here, in case you don't know what an apple looks like, each apple has 22 grams of carbs, 0 protein, and 0 fat. I don't just want to try to hit my macros, I also want to try and hit my micros as well, and this is great. Next up for the carbs, we have green beans. I would probably prefer fresh, obviously, but also obviously, I will take whatever I can get. A lot of times you can get sales on these. These aren't that expensive, they're super easy to make. It's some vegetables and some fiber in my diet. Each can, here, you can see, don't look at my face, don't focus on the green beans, good. Each can of green beans contains 0 protein, 18 grams of carbs, and 0 fat. Cheap, good vegetable just to have inside of me. And then last up is a protein bar. This I wouldn't normally have, but I was so blessed. Right before I left, my mom got me like a bunch of protein bars, as in enough to eat one a day for an entire 12-week cut. So I eat one of these a day, and this is another way to preemptively curb whatever cravings I may have for anything sweet. This is a chocolate peanut butter Atkins bar. Each one of these bars contains 16 grams of protein, 3 grams of carbs, and 14 grams of fat. I know that's a lot of fat, but they taste really good. It stops those cravings from me. That is what I eat in the week. Now let me quickly rearrange this in terms of meal ordering. I want to maybe have like a cool transition. What's something that I can do a transition with? I'll use a dirty shirt that I have. Let's try this. Did that work? Here is what I actually eat in an entire day. We start off in the morning, we have 4 whole eggs, 4 egg whites, and a cup of rice. For this, it is 680 total calories with 43 grams of protein, 52 grams of carbs, and 19 grams of fat. I eat, I go train, fun times. Then right after my workout, I have these 2 scoops of the Impact Whey protein from My Protein for 39 grams of protein, 8 grams of carbs, and 3 grams of fat. Yada yada yada, schoolwork, blah blah blah, fun times. Move on to lunch. We have 1 scoop of the Optimum Nutrition whey protein that I got from Costco, 1 can of tuna, and another cup of rice. Lunch totals to 490 calories with 67 grams of protein, 50 grams of carbs, and 1 gram of fat. Guess what we do now? More studying. Fun times, blah blah blah. Oh my goodness, I get to go home and eat food, yay! 6-7 o'clock rolls around and we move to dinner. Dinner is 6 to 8 ounces of chicken, 1 can of green beans, and another cup of rice. Dinner totals another 490 calories with 50 grams of protein, 68 grams of carbs, and 5 grams of fat. Now that we're done with our meals, this apple and this protein bar I have whenever I want. Generally, it's right before I go to bed though, just because I like eating before I go to sleep. I know people say you shouldn't do it, but also I want to do what works for me. These 2 snacks total 330 calories with 16 grams of protein, 25 grams of carbs, and 14 grams of fat. Once you total everything up, the 4 whole eggs, the 4 egg whites, the 3 total scoops of protein, the 1 can of tuna, 8 ounces of chicken, protein bar, apple, canned green beans, and 3 cups of rice, we get to 2,200 calories with 216 grams of protein, 195 grams of carbs, and 45 grams of fat. Now I know that's actually a little low, so there are a few reasons for this. A, convenient and cheap. obviously the less food I eat, the cheaper it's gonna be. B, it gives me a lot more wiggle room. So because of this, I actually am okay to eat if I want like a few pieces of candy here and there, if I want to eat like a small fry from McDonald's. It gives me a lot more flexibility. I'm a pretty cautious person, so I really like being able to have a margin for error and to have my calories at around 2200. That means that if I eat around 2100 or even 2000, it's not going to be the death of me. At the same time as well, if I eat 2400, 2300, it again will not affect my weight as long as I don't always constantly do it. That is the end of the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. This is what I'm gonna be on for the rest of my diet, minus let's say an egg here, protein bar there, and with a lot more cardio. But I hope you have a great day. If you literally stuck till this far, you are an amazing human being and you deserve all of the best recommended YouTube videos in the world. You're awesome. I'll see y'all later.